So what actually happens to Lego molds when they don't use them anymore or they are out of discontinued pieces? We know that there is the Lego goat piece that has been discontinued for years, and rumors speculate that Lego has either destroyed this or it's shoved in a warehouse somewhere and nobody knows if they'll actually bring it back out again. The only way to actually find out is to get to the bottom of whether Lego actually destroys their molds or puts them away. From what I can tell, photos of the actual Lego molds is they are very large pieces that take a lot of time to probably produce, manufacture, and everything like that. And they are going to get their fair mileage when they make these molds. And it probably costs a lot of money too. So looking at the molds, we have to go down the trail of the internet. And so I did some research and I figured out that after about 2 years of a mold being in use, it is considered wore out because I guess just wear and tear on it makes it so that the part isn't as quality consistent as the previous one. So after about 2 years, Lego retires that mold. What they do after that, we'll take a look. So there's nothing confirming or denying if Lego does destroy their molds or not from the Lego company themselves. There was a document on National Geographic's that showed them cleaning their molds and show them storing it in a concrete warehouse where they have boxes and boxes of molds, just of all the different pieces that Lego manufactures, but we don't actually know if they destroy them. It is speculated that they do destroy them because they get old and wore out and you can no longer use them. And to what way they destroy them, we don't actually know, but a Reddit user suggested on Today I Learned, Lego used to bury its molds in concrete using them as a foundation support. I don't know if this is true or not. We'll have to take it with a grain of salt, but I've only been able to find stuff on Reddit from people's speculations because Lego does not actually say anything about their molds, whether they destroy them, whether they keep them. And some people have gone in and looked at the National Geographic show to see if they can see where they hide the molds. And apparently they only have like one building there at the site where they actually keep the molds and replace them in the machines whenever they choose to manufacture that type of piece is when they'll pull out the mold and use it again. But after 2 years, we know that Lego retires their molds because they just get wore out. And then after that, it's really pure speculation. I've searched the internet far and wide to see what happens to the molds because I am generally curious. But as far as I know, it is speculated that Lego does destroy them because there's no point keeping them after 2 years. And I'm guessing if they want to retire a piece early, like say for Lego Bionicle, for example, there was a lot of unique pieces. And after that was discontinued, they probably used the mold for a year or so or had some molds in existence, but they discontinued the theme and never saw themselves ever using that mold again. So even though it probably still was like, had a few years left and could produce a couple more million pieces on it, they're like, the theme is discontinued. So we're just going to go ahead and destroy the mold. And that probably, unfortunately, landed the same case with the goat and other various pieces from very old sets. Is like, even though they're not completely wore out, we probably aren't going to be using them in the next few years. So we might as well go and dispose of them however they choose to do so, in which maybe it's a leak or not. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. They bury them in concrete. We will never know because Lego doesn't actually tell us about this. Or I don't know if they take them to wherever the mold makers are and just get them completely melted down and remolded into a different mold. It seems like a waste. So basically recycling the molds rather than just putting them in concrete. But I guess we'll never know until Lego releases something saying if they actually did that or not. But as far as I know, when a Lego mold gets destroyed or is discontinued, there's a very small chance that we'll see it again unless they decide to make a brand new one. So for Lego Bionicle fans, if the theme returns, you might have different parts than you are used to, or we might never see the Lego goat again. It's all comes down to whether Lego decides to budget something to reproduce that mold for the theme coming out that year, or just not ever touch that theme again. Anyways, thanks for tagging along in this video, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.